Languages are the heart of human communication, and within these languages lie fascinating dialects that shape how people speak, express themselves, and connect with their cultural roots. Some dialects are so unique that they stand out from the more commonly spoken languages, often with distinct features in pronunciation, vocabulary, or even grammar. Here are 10 of the most unusual and fascinating dialects from around the world, showcasing the diversity of human language. 1. Paraha, Brazil. The Paraha language, spoken by the Paraha people in the Amazon rainforest, is one of the most linguistically unusual dialects in the world. It has no words for specific numbers, no grammatical tense for past or future, and even lacks a concept of time as we understand it. The language is often cited in debates about the universality of human thought and language due to its unique structure and minimal vocabulary. 2. Klingon, fictional. Although not a natural language, Klingon is a constructed language from the Star Trek universe that has gained a dedicated following. With its guttural sounds and complex syntax, Klingon is one of the most developed fictional languages. People can speak and even write in Klingon, and there is a growing community of speakers who use it in daily life and at conventions. 3. Sin, China. Sin, or the whistled language of the Chinese ethnic group, is a unique way of communicating by using whistles that represent words or phrases. This dialect is particularly useful in mountainous regions where verbal speech can be difficult to hear over long distances. The tone and pitch of the whistle correspond to the tones of the spoken language, making it an intriguing blend of sound and meaning. 4. Danish, Denmark. While Danish is a widely spoken language, the dialects spoken in different regions of Denmark can sound very different from one another, particularly in the capital, Copenhagen. The Copenhagen dialect has a very soft and almost slurred pronunciation, which can make it challenging for even native speakers of Danish from other regions to understand. The famous soft D sound is characteristic of this dialect, giving it a very distinct sound. 5. Siksika, Canada. Siksika is a language spoken by the Blackfoot people in Canada and parts of the United States. What makes Siksika particularly unusual is its use of complex verb forms and classifiers, as well as its deep ties to the cultural practices of the Blackfoot people. The language has a unique structure compared to other North American indigenous languages, with verbs that encapsulate much more information than in English. 6. Kosa, South Africa. Kosa, one of the official languages of South Africa, is known for its extensive use of click sounds, which are rare in most other languages. These clicks are an integral part of the language and have different meanings depending on the type of click, dental, lateral, or alveolar. The language is not only phonetically unique but also culturally significant, as it's spoken by millions of people in South Africa, particularly within the Kosa community. 7. Basque, Spain, France. Basque is an isolated language, meaning it has no known relationship to any other language in the world. It is spoken in the Basque country, which spans parts of northern Spain and southwestern France. This ancient dialect is particularly interesting because it has survived through millennia and resisted the dominance of nearby languages such as Spanish and French. The language structure, with its ergative-absolutive system, is also vastly different from Indo-European languages. 8. Chanuk Jargon, Pacific Northwest, USA, Canada. Chanuk Jargon is a pidgin language that developed in the Pacific Northwest region of North America during the 19th century. Initially used for trade between indigenous peoples and European settlers, Chanuk Jargon blends elements of the Chanuk language with English, French, and various indigenous languages. While it was widely spoken in the region, it has largely fallen out of use, though there are efforts to revive it. 9. Ladino, Israel, Turkey, and Spain. Ladino, also known as Judeo-Spanish, is a dialect that originated among the Sephardic Jews expelled from Spain in the 15th century. Ladino retains many archaic Spanish elements but also incorporates Hebrew, Turkish, and other languages. Today, it is spoken by a small number of people, primarily in Israel and parts of Turkey, making it a fascinating blend of linguistic history and cultural identity. 10. Inu, Japan. Ainu is an endangered language spoken by the Ainu people of Japan, primarily in Hokkaido. It is completely unrelated to Japanese and has its own unique grammar, vocabulary, and phonetics. The Ainu language has been passed down through generations, though it is now critically endangered with very few fluent speakers remaining. Its cultural significance and linguistic distinctiveness make it a unique treasure in the study of language. The world's most unusual dialects demonstrate the incredible variety of human language and how communication evolves according to cultural and environmental factors. From whistled languages that transcend barriers of distance to isolated languages that have withstood the test of time, these dialects are not only linguistically fascinating but also deeply connected to the histories and identities of the communities that speak them. As globalization continues, these dialects serve as reminders of the rich linguistic diversity still present in the world today.